Fire in the hole, let's cook a pizza. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. I've got the most awesome recipe for you today. I've got this little pan here and I'm going to put some olive oil in it. I don't want to tell you before I start that I got this recipe from Chef John over at Food Wishes. And it's kind of a messy deal. Whoops, there goes my cat. Anyway, got to get that olive oil all in the bottom of that pan because we're going to cook a pizza in here. We want to spread that oil out. We've got to use our fingers, that's all there is to it. Spread that oil out all over the bottom of that pan. Get a paper towel to wipe my hands with. Then now Chef John, he makes his own pizza dough, but I got this deal in the can, you know, popping fresh, baby. That's the way to go, if you ask me, for pizza dough. Anyway, so I get my pizza dough out here and get it in this pan, and it's too easy to do it this way. That's all there is to it. You know, I ain't got time for mixing up dough and stuff. I ain't got time for that. I just get this out of here, unroll it, get it in the pan where I put that olive oil, spread this all in the pan like this. It happens to fit pretty well, I think. I think it'll fit better this way. Okay. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to get this pizza dough in this little pan. And the reason I'm making such a small pizza is that this kind of pizza is a kind that my family won't touch with a 10-foot pole, let's put it that way. So I'm only making enough for myself here. This is just going to be like enough for lunch for me. But this is an awesome recipe. Get my pizza stretched out into the pan like that. There we go. I might have to let that stretch a little bit. Hope you can see that. Anyway, I got my pizza in the pan. And let's go on to the next step. We'll make the sauce for this amazing Sicilian Christmas pizza. Now let me tell you what. I'm Sicilian. And I never heard of this pizza, Sfincione. But I'll tell you what, Chef John's video just made my mouth water. So I can't wait to show you this recipe, so stay tuned. So for the next step, we're going to make the sauce. I got my saucepan on the fire getting hot. We're going to drop a little bit of olive oil in the bottom of that. Just about a tablespoonful, not much. And into that, we're going to put a couple of onions that I've cut up. It's about 2 medium onions. That's what you need for this dish. And we're just going to saute those until they get to be translucent, which won't take long. They're cooking now. Let me get them cooked up, and I'll bring you back when they're ready. Stay tuned. If the onions have cooked down to a translucent color, what we're going to do now is add about a heaping tablespoon of garlic to that, minced garlic in there. Get that cooked up in there. Now we're going to throw in a little bit of my sauce that I have, some prepared Marinara sauce, just a touch of that in there. We're going to put more than that, but we're just going to cook up a little bit of that right now just to get this started. And now the secret ingredient, we've got some anchovies. Now Chef John said to put no more than 9 anchovy fillets in there. I don't know how many's in this container, but there's one, and there's some more. There's another one, 2. That's 3 right there. I think there's only about 9 of them in here. 3, 4. I think that's about all there is in here. I think is 9. Anyway, yeah, we're going to get them in there. That's how much is in the can. 9 anchovies. We're reserving that oil to put on our breadcrumbs. But we're going to get our anchovies in there and get that mixed up. We want those anchovies to kind of break up in there. We don't want anybody to get a big hunk of anchovy in their mouth when they're eating this. That's just to flavor the sauce, and I love anchovies. You know, when I was a kid, I hated anchovies. I used to watch my mother eat them and I'd be like, ew, how can you eat that? And then as I grew up and my taste developed, I got a kind of a taste for them, you know. It became, my palate became more sophisticated, and I learned to like anchovies. In fact, I love them. I love the flavor of anchovies, and I think that this is going to give this sauce a dimension that is unbelievable. And my Sfincione, I'm not even sure how to say it. What kind of Sicilian am I? I can't even pronounce it. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Alright, there we go. Now we got to put some seasoning in there. And we've got some Tango Spice Rome is Burning. Now this is, in my opinion, an excellent Italian seasoning. And don't let the name fool you. It's not all that hot. It's about a medium heat. And I really love it. Tango Joe really outdid himself with Rome is Burning. That's some good stuff. Anybody who's ever used it knows. And if you'd like to try some Tango Spice, leave a comment on this video. Give me a thumbs up, be a subscriber, and I'll give away a couple of jars of Tango Spice, my Christmas present to my subscribers. So anyway, we get that Tango Spice incorporated in there. Now we're going to pour the rest of that sauce in there. That Marinara sauce. Probably might as well just put the whole jar, I guess. I doubt that I'm going to use that much on this little tiny pizza. So I'm only going to put about that much in there. Get that mixed up. All those onions and that those anchovies are in there, flavoring that up, and that Tango Spice. If you don't have any Tango Spice and you want to try to recreate this, you just need some salt and pepper and oregano, you know, whatever Italian spices you can think of. Move that back into the frame. Salt, pepper, oregano, garlic, you know, he's got some crushed red pepper in there. This Rome is Burning actually has like 3 different kinds of pepper in it. I think it's got Pequin peppers and some other stuff. I don't know, but that's good stuff. That's Tango Spice Rome is Burning. Anyway, there we go. That's our sauce. We just got to let that cook down a little bit, and then we'll make the breadcrumb topping for the pizza, and then we'll top this pizza. So stay tuned. So in my bowl I have some panko breadcrumbs, and I've got some of this. This is Parmigiano Reggiano, Boar's Head, product of Italy, imported Parmesan cheese. Parmigiano. Anyway, gonna take this and grate this up into our breadcrumbs. Freshly grated Parmesan cheese, nothing better. I gotta put about a 50-50 mix of breadcrumbs and cheese into my bowl, and that's gonna be the topping for our pizza. But I gotta show you what we're gonna do to this. We're gonna put some of a little bit of olive oil on there. I gotta put more cheese than that, but I'm gonna drop a little olive oil in there, and I'm also gonna take the olive oil that the anchovies were packed in and put that in there. And that's going to just add that extra little umami flavor to that thing. And I got to get the rest of that cheese grated up in there, and that's the topping for our pizza. And then we can start to assemble our pizza. So stay tuned. Okay, we're ready to put this pizza together. What we're going to do now is get this sauce over here and put some of this sauce on the pizza. You want to kind of string it out a little bit. Spread it all over the pizza. Got way more sauce than I needed because it's such a small pizza. We want to get it out to the edges of the dough like that. It smells amazing, I gotta tell you. All the anchovies and the Tango Spice and the onions really smell great. I want to get that on there. Oh boy, does that smell good. I haven't smelled that smell since I was a kid. That smells like my mother's kitchen right there, let me tell you what. And we get that on there. Okay. Now we got some shredded mozzarella cheese that we're going to put on there. Not a whole lot. Now you put as much cheese as you want. But the recipe, the idea of the breadcrumbs and the olive oil and cheese are, it's a kind of a way of stretching your cheese budget. So you put as much as or as little as you want. I'm just going to put about just enough to make it, you know, to show that it's been there, you know what I'm saying? Some mozzarella cheese on there. That's good stuff. Get a nice layer of mozzarella on there. There you go. And then we're going to top that off with our breadcrumb and parmigiano mix. And that's going to make a beautiful crispy topping for this pizza. So we're just going to put that on there. We want to put that evenly on there like this. Get it on there like that. Oh man, does that smell good. That cheese was boar's head, but you know, not the best in the world, but it's pretty good stuff. So I get my breadcrumb mixture on top of there. Get it spread out nice. Mezza mezza, you know what I'm saying. I'll bet you CJ knows what I'm saying. He's Italian. Let's get that on there like that. There you go. That's your Sicilian Christmas pizza right there. Now we got to get it on the grill and cook it up, and then I'll show you what that looks like, and then we'll bring you back when it's done. We'll take a taste and have a beer, so stay tuned. My Sicilian Christmas pizza is on the grill. We're going to close the hood on that and let that cook until it gets done on the bottom. We don't want to overcook the top. We just want a nice crust on top. And if it gets too crusty on top, what I'll do is cover it with aluminum foil to keep it from burning. Anyway, there it is. We'll bring you back when it's done. We'll take a taste and have a beer, so stay tuned. My Sfincione Italian pizza is done. My Sicilian Christmas pizza. There's the Frosty Root Boy mug. Here's today's beer. Today's beer is from the Founders Brewing Company. Curmudgeon's Better Half. Curmudgeon's Better Half is old ale brewed with molasses and aged in maple syrup in some kind of bourbon barrels. Bourbon barrel aged in maple syrup. We got a lot of maple syrup ales here lately. There's only one way to find out, right, Lassa? We got to pour it out, sniff the froth, and then quaff it. We got to quaff the froth off it, Lassa. It's the only way to find out. So let's pour that out. Curmudgeon's Better Half. They make Founders makes a beer called Curmudgeon, and I had it before. I can't remember too much about it, except I thought it was pretty good. This is Curmudgeon's Better Half. So it's like Curmudgeon's wife, I guess you'd call it. Barrel aged in bourbon barrels with maple syrup. Let's take a sniff of that. I think that's going to be a malty, hoppy mess right there. Ah, it smells great. It smells great. You can smell hops and barley and the malt. Let's quaff the froth off it, Lassa. What do you think? Wow. You can really taste the bourbon. The bourbon bite comes through. It must have a lot of alcohol. How much alcohol has that got? It's got to be a lot. 7.5, I think. Not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. What's here? Net contents. I think it's a high alcohol. You really taste. It tastes like you dumped a shot of bourbon in your beer. That's what it tastes like. Tastes good though. Let's get my Sfincione over here and cut it and take a taste of that. So stay tuned. Okay, I got that Sfincione turned out of the pan. We're gonna take my pizza cutter and cut a piece of it off. It smells great, I gotta tell you. Cut a piece this away. Get that little corner right there. That's gonna be mine. Don't that look good? I can't wait to take a taste of that. That's excellent. That is superb. You know what? The anchovy taste is not prominent. What you really taste all is the tomatoes and the crispy cheese that's on top of there. That's great. Babies, this is a winner recipe right here. I can't stop eating it. You hardly taste the anchovies. I could have put more anchovies in. I put the whole can, but it didn't hurt it at all. I tell you what, that's a winner. That's a winner right there. My Sicilian Christmas pizza, Sfincione. Anyway, you know what I always say, if you like this crap, please subscribe. If you don't, go up and see my boy in Nebraska, Corey. Corey is Dan's neighbor. I gotta have another bite. You see, my wife's gonna like that because you really can't taste the anchovies. I mean, they're in there, but they're not in your face. You know what I mean? They're not making your mouth cringe. Anyway, yeah, go see Corey, Cooking with Corey. He's a neighbor of Mr. Smoky Goodness. They're probably going to get together one of these days. I think they're in the same town, Lincoln, Nebraska. Go check out Corey. Subscribe to me. Leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up. Be a subscriber. I'll give away some Tango Spice. Tango Spice Rome is Burning is what makes this good. Let me tell you what. And this is an awesome recipe. It's an awesome pizza. Please give it a try. Don't be afraid of the anchovies. They're not going to hurt you. They taste good. Alright, that's what we're going to do. That's our video. Come back next week. We may not cook anything good, but we will drink a beer. This curmudgeon ale is kicking my butt. You can really taste the bourbon in it. Yeah, it tastes like a shot in the beer right there. It's got a high alcohol content too, I bet you, because I can taste it. So that's curmudgeon's better half. I hate, curmudgeon must have been bad. Anyway, babies, thank you for watching. Come back next week. Bye.